Hi everybody, just realised it's been over a month since I last saw you. I don't see you, you're on the internet, you know what I mean. You've seen me. I've got lots of updates to show you. So yeah, it's early August, about the 7th or the 8th, something like that. I never pay attention to the time or the date. Anyway, yeah, I've got loads to show you, it's really exciting stuff. So I'm going to flip you around and here we go. Okay, first exciting development. I have a gate! Look at that masterpiece, isn't it beautiful? Yeah, I'm easily pleased. It makes a lovely clonky sound. Listen to that. Oh, I love it. Right, okay, this bed here is where the first earlies used to be. And I would have shown you a big reveal, but I ate them. And I completely forgot. But yeah, the swifts were absolutely gorgeous. They were really, really tasty. I waited till they started to go a bit yellowy and brown and die off. And then I pulled them up, and I'd say for each plant I got something like 10 or 12 potatoes. Some of them were tiny, some of them were good. Some of them were more like jagged potato size. They were really varied in size. Anyway, so they've all come up. Now I've got a transplanted courgette. It was over there in that little bold spot, but it was causing a bit of a shade over there. It was getting too big, so I've just transplanted it over here, and I don't know if it's going to survive, but you know, you can have too many courgettes. Neither of them have actually started fruiting yet, because I've got another one in the pea bed, but I've had other people giving me courgettes too, so I'm not too bothered. But over here I have two pumpkins that I got from the garden centre, jack-o'-lantern variety. So that's the better one of the two, already flowering, and that one's a smaller one. So I think actually one of them, if it does well, it's going to take over the whole bed. So I'll probably prioritise that one, get rid of that one, and the courgettes will be finishing around the time that they get big, so I can pull that up and get it out of the way. So I will have a Halloween pumpkin bed, hopefully. And my boyfriend's all excited because he wants to make a scarecrow. It's going to look like Jack Skellington from Nightmare Before Christmas. So we're going to have a Halloween pumpkin bed. Right, this little bed here is where last time I showed you they were tiny, tiny seedlings, and my onions had gone in. Well, now they're not little seedlings anymore. I've got beetroots. I've been eating these. Can you see? Yeah, there you go. That's how they're looking. Nice and fat. Onions are putting some weight on. The white ones are doing all right. The red ones less so. Little gem lettuce, not so little anymore. I need to sow some more of those really, because I'm going to run out soon. They look a bit slug eaten around the edge, but the inside leaves are fine. They're lovely. So yeah, I'm alternating onions, beetroot, onions, lettuce, onion, beetroot. I did eat some of these beetroot leaves when they were little, but they've gone too big and leathery now. More onions, more beetroot, and now I'm alternating here between leeks and red onions all the way up this bed. That's my best red onion, that one there. Some of the others are more like pickling onions, and some are doing nothing much at all. But, you know, they're onions, so they're going to be edible. They will be edible. Right, over to this bed here. These are my main crop potatoes. These are Pentland Squires. I've already dug up one just because I was curious. Yeah, I got a fair crop out of them. They're not massive, but you know, they're bigger than new potatoes. But I saw that lots of little seed pods had started to grow on these, which freaked me out a bit because I'd never seen those before. I've heard of flowers, but I hadn't heard of seed pods, and apparently they're poisonous and they just take extra nutrients and energy from the plant or something. So I've taken all of those seed pods off. They look like little green tomatoes hanging off the top of the plant. So they're all gone. So I'm just going to leave these in the ground because I'm not desperate for this bed just yet, and I've nowhere to store them. So yeah, I'll leave them in there, let them just die off naturally, and store them in the ground until I need them. Right, over to the peas. These were tiny little plants last time I was showing you, and I've been harvesting from them. I'm not keen on the variety though. These are called early onwards, and you know when you eat a pea straight from the pod, when you've just pulled it off the plant, it's supposed to be the best flavour ever, isn't it? You know, really sweet and fresh tasting. They're just a bit on the bitter side, so I don't think I'll have them again, but that's what they're looking like. So there's a lot on them. And I think next year I need to make my supports higher, because these are only about 4 feet, maybe 3 actually, 3 feet high. I need to go a lot more like 5 feet high for my peas, I think. So this is my second courgette. Let's have a look in there, see if there's anything coming. No. Lots of little flowers. I can't remember whether they're the male flower or the female. I think it's the female, isn't it, that has the fruit behind it. Yeah, I'm only seeing male flowers in there. Well, be patient. And in the middle here I've got a cucumber plant I thought I'd have a go at. Oh, that might be a bit of fruit there. Is that a fruit? Possibly. I don't know. That's a weed. That can come out. Missed it. Yeah. Right, runner beans. They've shot up. See? 8-foot canes right to the top. Full on with flowers. Full on. Adorned with flowers. But not a bean in sight. What's that all about? Are they all just going to come at once and then I'm going to be overwhelmed by runner beans? I don't know. But they look healthy. There's no signs of any problems with them. The leaves are all perfect. The flowers are lovely. I'd just like to get some beans eventually. Everybody else seems to have been harvesting theirs. So yeah, they're the runner beans. I've also got a couple of French beans. That's a French climbing bean. So it's got a little yellow flower on it. It's not really climbing much. Not much height to it at all. That's another weed. Right, I've got a fruit bed. Check this out. It's crooked. Look at it. So crooked. But bird proof. And in here we have gooseberries. Not doing much yet. What's that? Can't remember. Oh, what is it? Is it blackcurrant? Yeah, blackcurrant. 2 blackcurrants, not doing much. Whereas this one, my friend gave me, it's a cut off of one of her plants. And I've been harvesting from that one because it's got some nice fruit on it. Yeah, it's got that. And they're quite sweet too. And then over here, I've got a raspberry. And I've eaten 1 raspberry off this raspberry bush. There's a few more coming, but I think next year will be my year for fruit. Right, this was the bed that I was digging last time I saw you. I keep saying I saw you, I didn't see you. Last time I spoke to you, I was digging this bed. It was just a big pile of rocks. Anyway, now we have carrots. So I've got 3 rows that have come up there. I've thinned them out a bit already, but I'll probably thin them some more. And we've got 3 more rows that I sowed yesterday. 3 rows of parsnips that I sowed yesterday, not come up yet. Well, these are my first sowing of parsnips. I'm chuffed to bits with those because when I was doing my reading up on parsnips, everybody's saying they've got a really low germination rate and they're hard work to grow. Well, they're growing. Maybe it's just because I've put them straight into nice fresh compost. I don't know. So yeah, as long as they go down nice and deep and don't start forking and turning into weird funny shapes, I'll be happy. Another bed since you saw me last. Been getting busy with my digging. Okay, in there I've sown some, what have I got? Oh yeah, 3 rows of rainbow chard. I bought it because it looked absolutely gorgeous on the picture. Really bright colours on the stems, like red and yellow and white and that, with big green leaves. So I think 3 rows might be too much though from what I've heard. I think I'll end up pulling quite a lot out and having to thin them a lot. And I've got some spinach. I can't remember what variety it is, I'm afraid. But yeah, they're coming up. Not thoroughly, they're a bit patchy. So they haven't all germinated, but they're getting there. And I cheated and bought some lettuce plants from the garden centre. They are, what are they called? Radicchio. Or is it radicchio? That's radicchio, that, I think, with a H. You don't pronounce it, if I'm right, because cappuccino is ch, because that's got 2 C's, no H. I'm waffling. Anyway, look! My My pear tree isn't dead. I could have sworn it was dead. I was all getting ready for pulling it up. Thought I'll just have another double check. And it's got leaves. So you, my friend, can stay. Yeah. Right. Quite a significant thing to show you. Da 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 da. God, the camera works so shaky, I do apologise. I'm just going to back up for this so you can take in the sight that is my greenhouse. Do you remember I said there was one that I found on Facebook for sale and then I couldn't have it because it was safety glass and not perspex? Well, the chairman and parish council had a little chat and agreed that toughened safety glass is okay. So I went back and got it and got a chap to lay the base for me. So this is my Elite GX 600, I think it's called. And it's 6 foot by 7. I thought it was going to be 6 by 8, but it's not 6 by 7. Double doors. Comes with a water butt, which is filling up nicely. I've hooked up my gutter in. Nice automatic vent on the roof. And I'll take you inside. And in here, I've got my tomatoes. Now, I can't remember what variety most of these are because a couple of them I grew from seed. Oh, Alicante. That one there is Alicante. That one I grew from seed. Well, look, I've got fruit on all of them. They've all got fruit. See? All we need now is a few more days of sunshine like this, and hopefully they'll start to turn red. I've got a little shelf along the back. I've got a potting tray. And I've started some seeds off for a brassica bed. So we've got cauliflower and winter cabbage. Yeah, winter cabbage. Got a massive selection of pots down there that somebody was throwing out and said I could have them. So yeah, that's my lovely pride and joy. I've got an auto vent on that louver window down there as well, but I think that's faulty. I might have to replace that. So I don't know what temperature it is in here. It's warm, but I'm glad I've got that automatic vent. Pond. I've seen the frog now and again. I've been pulling a lot of duckweed out of there. It gets really slimy. I just reach in and grab a handful now and again. Oh, my lily flowered. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? There was another flower as well yesterday, a little bud all tightly bundled up underneath the water. The hosta flower came out briefly and now looks like that. So I'm not terribly impressed with the hosta. I don't think I'll bother again. And my wildflowers are just looking wild and wild. Yeah, just look wild. But that's fine. Right, job for today is shed base in that corner. I've bought one from Argos. It's the Homewood 6 foot by 8 foot with adjustable legs. Just a wooden base. The thing is, I think the adjustable legs aren't going to adjust enough for that slope, so I suspect I'm going to have to do a bit of digging out at the back to try and get it level. But that's my job for today, so I've come down with my friend's drill. And I'm going to start putting that together now. 3 more beds to go and then we're finished. Maybe 4. And it's just a case of maintenance and more growth. Could probably fit a bed in there actually, thinking about it. I don't think that apple tree is going to get too big. I'm waffling. Yeah. So, there you go. Told you there was a lot. I'm going to say goodbye for now. If I get the shed base down, I'll show you what it looks like later. It won't be interesting, it'll just be a shed base. Anyway, I'm so excited about my greenhouse. Right, take care. See you later. Bye.